What's up, world? It's Drew West, and this is the In the Mix show. Today, we are getting into some high-end art. You know, so today, we had to bring fashion out, you know? How we looking today? How we looking? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We looking good, we smelling good. You know, we came to do a great show today. Today, we are interviewing Christanie Hunter, one of the dopest, more I think special artists I've met, you know, in my lifetime. You know what I'm saying? That's a pleasure for me to know her and be able to interview her today. So today, we're gonna check it out. We're here at Gallery today. We're gonna check it out. So come on.
Good, how are you?
In the Mix show, this is Drew West. Today we have Christanie here. When we come back, we're gonna talk more about her art, and find out some new things, you know? We're gonna learn today, we're gonna see some great paintings. So when we come back, stay tuned. Alright, so we're back on the In the Mix. It's your boy Drew, and we got Christanie Hunter here with us. Introduce yourself, tell us about you.
I'm Christanie, and I'm a painter here in Arizona. I just opened up this gallery that we're in right now on Mill Avenue in Tempe. So yeah, that's what I'm into right now. I do a lot of festivals around the valley, so you probably see me all over the place doing different art events and stuff.
Okay, so how did you start? Like, how did you get into being an artist?
Well, it's kind of something that runs in my family. Like, I have a painting in my office from my great-great-grandfather, and everybody in my household could draw and do creative stuff, so it's something that just came to me naturally. I didn't have to like work hard to, you know, make it happen. I was just naturally having like these ideas of what I wanted to do. So
Okay. So would you say do you consider yourself a painter or just an artist? Do you do any other creative art forms like oil pastels, or do you like draw with, you know, different people got different things where they just put a lot of different materials on canvases and come up with different artistic ways to express themselves. Do you do some of those as well, or just paintings?
Well, my artwork is mixed media, so I do use different techniques and different materials all the time. Like, I'll use oil, I'll use markers, or just anything that I haven't used before. Usually, if I'm starting on a new piece, I want to try new mediums. But I would say that I'm more than a painter, because I do dabble in all different types of art. Like, I have that in me to, you know, do installation art or do creative directing or styling or designing. Like, I have it in me to do all different forms of art, so I wouldn't just call myself a painter for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many years do you think you've been like doing it professionally?
2 years.
2 years?
Only, like, not even, maybe like a year and a half, because when I first started, it wasn't really professional. I was just starting.
When was the point that you felt like this was what I wanted to do, and this is where I wanted to make my career and really, you know, make an impact? People take me serious type of thing.
When I quit my job, for sure. I quit my job in November, and I was like, well, I don't want to work for anybody else, honestly. I was like, I gotta kind of try to find a middle way.
Would you do this or a career like this? Would you say it takes a lot of time away from personal life, or this is like really more hands-on?
It takes a lot of time away from my personal life, but I don't mind, because this comes first for me. I would rather be doing this than anything else. So I don't mind putting in the work. I set myself up to where my whole schedule could be filled with art events and things that have to do with like this career path, and I don't have to ever venture out or go to the club or something. Like, I can still be productive and making money just like doing this.
Okay, what about like with having this gallery and always putting a lot of time into your painting, is it like cut into like relationships, or? I'm
the type of person who's super flexible. So if you are vocal about your intentions or what you want to happen in a relationship, like, I could probably make it work in my schedule. Like, I'm super flexible, especially if I like you. Like, yeah, I'm gonna fit you in. I'll take that sign down. Hours are not 10 to 6 anymore. What do you want my hours to be? What works best for you? I'll cut it down to 10 to 4:30 or something, you know, so we can hang out.
Do you have a boyfriend now?
No, I don't have a boyfriend. No.
Okay. Hey, y'all heard it here first. She's single. She's single. I love it. You know, when this drop, find out where she's at. I'm gonna put it below.
Y'all already know where I'm at.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. What's the
Tell
address
everybody.
What's the address of this place?
This is 414 South Mill Avenue, Tempe. This suite is 214. So it's Tempe, Arizona, right on Mill.
About to be a line of men outside and like, so
Y'all buying stuff or what?
But yeah, so show us some. Let's talk. Let's move around. Show us. I see a lot of paintings in here. I like. You can kind of more describe them to
Okay.
us. Let us. So right now we about to get into some paintings. You know what I'm saying? So keep your eyes open because you can buy them if you want.
True.
All right. So what is this one?
This one is Midas, and the story behind Midas is of Greek origin. So it's the story of the King Midas who wished to be able to touch things and turn it into gold. And so he actually got that ability because this is mythological. And whenever he touched something, it turned into gold, including the stuff he drank, stuff he ate.
What about these hands?
The hands are touching him and turning him into gold. This is gold
But I
from the
thought
painting.
he turned things into gold.
No, this could be, not necessarily. Art can be whatever you want it to be. If you see it that way, that's totally fine.
Okay.
I didn't make this with any intention to be either way.
Alright, it's my first time really admiring paintings. You know, that's good that you described that to me. I like this a lot though. What did you make it with? Did you make it with actual gold or did you just...
Well, you can get actual gold. What I used wasn't actual gold, but it's like sold right next to what I used, so I could have used that. But I was experimenting, and I didn't want to waste it. So.
Oh, look at this one. What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, that one, I wanted to show the diversity in the African culture. Those boys are a part of the Melanesian tribe, who were the first tribe to inhabit Australia, and the Europeans actually ran them out of the country, or the continent.
So all the people there have blonde hair?
They have naturally blonde hair, and sometimes naturally blue eyes. Yeah, they're black people. They're of African descent, but they were the first tribe to inhabit Australia.
Binos, but never seen them actually dark. Learn something new every day.
Exactly, that's what it's supposed to do.
In the mix show, you stay in the mix, you learn something new every day. What about this one, the one that looks like Versace Monique?
Okay, this is actually my old coworker. Her name is Regina.
It looked like Monique Hidden Dragon.
Yeah, I wanted to synchronize a few different cultures here. So she is African American and Native American, but you have the Oriental inspired background. So you have that traditional dragon, this pattern here is Oriental, and then you have the cherry blossoms at the top too. So it's just a synchronizing of different cultures all in one.
Okay. This one is called Roots.
Yeah, this one is Roots. This is an oil painting too. Inspired by, I believe he's German. His name is Gustav Klimt, and he uses these different patterns in his work a lot. So I just wanted to play around with those patterns.
So this isn't paint, this is just oil?
It's oil and gold leaf. So you've seen like a pattern of the gold leaf in the last two there. That's also what I used here.
Okay.
Yeah, just to keep practicing with it. I wanted to get better and better with it because it's not something easy to work with. So.
Show us one of your favorites over here. One of your more
I really like this one, the Pharaoh.
This one is really nice.
It's so
and it's $1,000.
Yeah, it's huge. And then it's also heavy.
Oh
you got the gold in there. And it was reworked. So if you look at the prints of this one, you don't see the leaves, or I mean the wings, and the background is white. So what I did was I started it off, I thought I was done, and then I wanted to practice some more with this gold leaf. So I took the inspiration from Isis, and I made those wings that you see with that goddess figure. And so I combined two pharaoh images in one. And so that's why this one is a lot, because I do combine cultures, and this one is a couple of the strongest cultures you'll see. Like the pharaoh female image is super rare, especially a black one.
I think I'm gonna picking this one up. I kind of want this one.
You got it.
We're gonna take this one down.
Okay.
So how long, I got a question. How long does it usually take to make one of these?
Well, it doesn't take me very long at all. Actually, this is mainly acrylic and spray paint. So I like to find different shortcuts wherever I can. So this probably took me like a few days, and then the rework took me another couple days. But no more than a week for the whole thing, I would say.
A week?
Altogether, it's probably no more than a week. Even including the rework with the frame, because the frame didn't look like this either. It was not gold, it was like this bland cream. and I just popped it out with the gold.
Is it hard putting like the canvas in one of these frames? Or you have to like...
This actually
made
was reworked. This was a different painting. You know how you see paintings laying around in like shops like Goodwill or whatever, but I don't even remember where I got this. But this was a different painting behind it already in the frame, and that's why I took it, because I really like the frame. So I haven't even done that yet.
You painted over.
I painted over it for this one.
Okay.
I haven't really worked with framing too much to where I did it myself, so I can't tell you if it's harder or not. Yeah.
What about something like this? This is more of a larger painting over here, and it looks like it kind of took more time. It takes more time to get the the colors to jump off like that.
It definitely was a lot to cover this, but like I said, I do find these really cool shortcuts. So half of this painting was done using a knife, a palette knife. So all I did was took blue, put a bunch of the blue acrylic on there, and wiped it around with the knife. And so that helped me to cover most of the painting. And then everything else is like cubism. So I didn't put too many details in it because you just want to see the shapes in cubism. Another quick way to get some paint on there and get the image on there. So I take a lot of shortcuts. Didn't take me that long to do it at all. I used a pencil for this Eiffel Tower too.
With a painting like this, what do you like? How do you get started? Do you put the Eiffel Tower first? Do you put the lady first? Do you just get the blue background? The blue background, like, you probably could have did that last.
Well, I actually had a mentor who was telling me like the steps that I did.
The blue go first.
Yeah, the blue should have went first.
So the Eiffel Tower looks like. Did you put the
it
blue
was
in
more
there,
so last.
or did the blue go after?
The Eiffel Tower was kind of one of the last pieces that I did, or yeah, one of the last things that I did on here. And then I used the same blue to make the details in between each triangle more specific.
Is that what you do, like little dot?
Yeah, little small dots. Yeah.
Is this art too, or is this just like decoration?
This is a mix between art and decoration. Like, that's, same thing with these. These are decoration, but they're also art. But I was inspired by something I saw in Paris when I got the idea to do this. What the artist did was he had tubes of paint, and they were in a display case, and they were dripping down the display case. So it was just showing like the most like authentic like steps of making a work of art. And so this is kind of my play on that. It's just showing
so this is like on purpose.
The process.
You did this on purpose.
These are my actual palettes, and I did do this intentionally.
Okay. I thought this was like your palette that you were using.
No, they were.
Them up because they looked dope. Because they do look dope.
Well, this space allowed me to put them on display like that. Okay. I was keeping them because I do think they're cool, and they are my actual palettes.
For you?
Yeah, I love them. They look cool.
Like little trophies because you made your babies with them.
And they're kind of abstract too. Like
do you look at the paintings like your do they look like do you treat some of them more valuable than others, or some of them you just like
people
like say if somebody like broke in here. Forbid, God forbid.
Yeah.
And like, say they took one, would it hurt more if it was one or
the other one? No, like if somebody stole that rose, I probably wouldn't even say anything. Like I talk all this stuff about like, I think somebody stole something. I probably wouldn't even say anything. But if somebody stole this, I would be like trying to contact the news or like anything. Like, y'all need to help me find the person, and we gotta take care of this. Like this is something that somebody cannot steal from me.
That's a 3-band joint right there.
Yeah, and that's another way you kind of see.
Who is Sir Winston?
His name is Fernando. Actually, we named him Sir Winston before we knew what his actual name was, and he actually contacted me, the actual model, and told me that he liked this art draft. So I was like, that's a really cool confirmation of my work. That the actual model was able to take that extra step and be like, this is good. Yeah.
So before we wrap up, is there anything else that you would like to tell us about you, your paintings, anything personal about you?
Well, I am looking for more collaborations. So if you have a project that you're working on that you think might fit well with my style, definitely contact me. Or if you know somebody who would be a good fit to be featured here, that would be awesome. But I'm just looking to continue to expand on this. So definitely hit me up if you feel like it's something that works for what you're doing too.
Any events you have coming up here?
Definitely. So my next event is gonna be the first Friday. I do that every month on Roosevelt Row, and then I'll also be at the Indigenous Fair that same weekend. And then you can also see my next events too on my calendar, which is on my website. So it just keeps track of everything that I'm doing. Okay. Yeah.
Alright, so when we get back, I'm gonna have my final thoughts about today's episode. So this is In the Mix, Drew West, and this is Christine. Today, we seen a lot of dope paintings. We got to meet a dope artist. You know, I might even get me one of these paintings before I dip out, like that one. I like the one with the lady over there in Paris with the big booty. But so yeah, before you exit out this video, go down in the comments and tell us what you want to see on the show next. Who you want to see on it. You know, what topics you want us to talk about, and tell us what you think about the show. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is Drew West. You can hit me at Drew West on Instagram, and you can just talk to me if you want to come on the show. So alright, this is Drew West, and this is the In the Mix show. We out.